Okay. Sige. Please give me a clap in 3, 2, 1.
Pwede isa-isa lang yung maklap. Isa lang yung maklap, please. 1, 2, isa lang. Go.
Okay na yan? Roll lang. Okay. Sige, 3, 2, 1. Hello! What is up, people of the digital... Okay, wait. roll lang. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Hello, what is up, people of the digital world? I'm Stephen.
And I'm Kat. Whoa! And you're tuned into the Moonshot Podcast!
Excited. Episode 2 pa lang excited na. Okay, so sa mga nanonood po sa YouTube, huwag mo kayo magtaka bakit marami damit namin. Kasi sabi nga namin, series to, di ba? Next few episodes, series to. So, welcome to our second episode. So, kilala nyo na kami. And, alam ko, napanood nyo na rin or napakinggan nyo na rin kung ano yung first topic natin, which is burnout.
Yes.
In our student life. We're still in our student life
Kala ko we're still burnt out.
Baka. Kasi ito eh. Pero hindi, sige. Ano yung mga favorite nyong pinapanood sa YouTube? Kunwari, yung gusto nyo lang magpahinga. Diba? Ako may favorite ako. Yung sabi ko nga nung nakaraang vlog, favorite ko yung mga aesthetic vlog, yung silent.
Yeah.
Yung parang kinukunan niya lang sa na kung saan pupunta. Yun, favorite ko yun. Kayo?
Ako, unboxing video.
Yeah.
True. Lalo na kung may pera ka. Kasi alam mo, yung in-unbox. Hindi mo bilhin.
Someday.
Yeah. True.
Yun. Ayun, unboxing videos kasi it's nice to listen to them.
Ikaw, Kat?
Same din, unboxing. Pero yung feeling, alam mo yun, nafe-feel ko yung pagkapulubi ko. Yung tipong...
Tignan mo kasi unboxing ng Lucky Me.
Tama. Dapat yung mga ganun kasi yung pansit canton.
Oo, yung mga ganun.
Bakit kasi iPhone? Ano yan? Tama.
Diba? Pero nakapanood na ba kayo nung mga a day in the life? Or rather, let's put it closer sa topic. Yung, sabi nga dito sa script, GRWM. Alam ko gandang recognize.
Gandang recognize.
Get ready with me. Tama po ba yun, EP? Ayaw mo lang sugot. Pwede po magsalita pag inakaklali.
Magsalita po yung spirit box.
Ayun. So, get ready with me na
Yes.
videos. Ito yung mga parang nagbibihis sila para makita yung style, ganun.
Oo, meron ganun yung, alam mo yung mga Vogue. Tapos yung mga celebrities like Olivia Rodrigo shows us her makeup routine. I love those videos. I was watching one last night lang.
Pero pansin nyo, lahat ng video na yun, usually, ang sinasabi, or hindi nila sinasabi. Rather, ang pinapakita nila is, get ready with me. Tapos ito yung day in the life ko. Parang balance yung yung buhay nila. Parang
Perfect na perfect.
Perfect. Parang hindi sila nagbabayad ng tax. Sa gobyerno na hindi natin alam kung saan pupunta.
Parang di sila nababurn out.
Diba?
Very aesthetic.
Yeah, very aesthetic. So, diba, parang kung iisipin nyo, fellows, parang ang hirap na ma-imagine na, ganun rin yung buhay ko siguro. Pag nag-vlog siguro ako, ganun din. Buhay ko. Hindi. Joke. Isang malaking joke po yun. Pero, yun nga, bakit sa tingin nyo ba, napaka-importante ng work-life balance? I mean, stemming from our past topic about burnout.
Siguro kasi, important ang balance.
Kasi pag hindi balance, out of balance.
Out of balance.
Sige, napakagaling.
Matitisip
Eh,
Palakpakan po natin.
And cut.
Palakpakan
Tapos na.
Palakpakan po natin. Sige. First honor. Bakit kailangan ng work-life balance? Meron ng prof. Hindi nga, seryoso.
Yeah, kasi parang isipin mo parang tubig siya. Very, yung buhay natin, wow, may pa metaphor. Hindi, legit. Parang tubig siya na it can easily get out of control. So, if you put water in, say, diba, sa dam, meron siyang parang harang.
Yeah.
Kung wala siyang harang, di ma-flood lahat ng surrounding
downstream.
area. Oh.
Yeah.
So, that's why we need work-life balance. It keeps everything in check. Especially with us na our lives are very dynamic. So, kayo?
Yeah, pretty much the same thing din naman. It's like we really need to, hindi naman pwede sobra nito, sobra niyan. There's always a limit to everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you can't just go happy-go-lucky din. Sobrang ganun. Kailangan din may pagka-strict ka or something. Yun lang. Simple.
Yung nakaganong ka. Straight. Nakaganong ka lang. Straight.
Hindi, yun. Yeah, just keep it balanced.
Pero yun nga, posible ba yun? Kasi ako, you need to convince me na, may work-life balance. Sobrang hindi ako nako-convince na may ganong, na there is such a thing. Kasi parang, I mean, in our industry, being a creative and a marketing person, parang, yeah, may nag-agree na naman. Parang kailangan mo kumayod ng kumayod. Talo mo pang kumakayod ng yelo pang halo-halo. Kailangan mo kumayod ng kumayod. Para mahanap mo yung, is that the right term? Niche? Tama ba yun?
Yeah.
Yung niche. The place you are supposed to be.
Yeah.
Bago ka maging successful. And then masabi mo na, balanse na yung buhay ko kasi either boss na ako, hindi na ako empleyado, or ganun. Ako, how will you convince me kung naniniwala kayo sa work-life balance?
Siguro we can start off with define or looking at our lives currently. Parang since this is very student focused, yung professional, siguro let's just zoom into now. Sophie and I will talk about our how we balance or how our lives are going in terms of balancing priorities, and then you can go for how it looks like for you with your work as of the moment. So siguro to start it off for me, I'll go back to the last semester kasi ayun talaga pag first year ng college, it's an adjustment period considering na I was homeschooled previously, and one thing homeschooling taught me kasi was how to segregate your life.
Yeah.
Kasi sa sobrang, homeschooled ka dati, di ba?
Yeah, same.
Yeah. So, we came from the same homeschool.
Yes.
So, kasi pag sobrang dami ng time mo, it's very tempting to not do anything, which is always the case for homeschoolers. Pero during your last year, kung gusto mo magseryoso and gusto mong makakuha ng magandang grade para sa college applications, di ba? You really need to take it seriously. And for me, adjusting into college wasn't that hard. Pero balancing siguro yung tipong having to wake up early and then having to go to school, commute, and then studying, and then commuting back home and studying again. Parang siguro for this part, I'll describe how it went for me. So I would say I had pretty much a lot of balance, but when life was changing, nawawala yung balance na yun. So, I guess to also answer your question, work-life balance can exist, but not consistently. Hindi yung tipong, I have this balance, I found this balance, and it's for the rest of my life. Hindi. It's going to be a sort of balance na for time being. And then, mag-change ulit yung buhay, and then,
Parang you're setting priorities.
Yeah.
Priorities and boundaries.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ikaw, Sophie.
For me naman, I'm still experiencing it. Like, I'm still finding the right balance. Kasi last term, I was super productive, super talagang go, like talagang may momentum. Ngayon naman, walang momentum. It's like, medyo bumpy road, hindi siya straight lang na ano. So, ayun, it's, for me right now, it's too much of whichever I'm going through right now. So, ayun, too much of bumpiness. Last term, too much of straightness na parang wala akong time for myself. And, siguro, yung balance is, okay, number one, yung schedule ko talaga.
Yeah.
I really have to choose a better schedule that is, that will keep my momentum, but at the same time, that will also give me time to take a break. Kasi, ngayon kasi sobrang daming break naman. After naman, dire-diretso naman. So, ayun, like, I really have to find the right schedule for me. Kasi if ganito palagi yung schedule ko, feeling ko, hindi ko I would shift courses or something like that. Parang, ayun, yun lang.
Siguro sa akin naman, naalala ko lang yung office mate ko noon, na may sinabi siya sa akin. Kasi siya, sabi ko sa kanya, bakit parang ang dali lang para sa'yo mag-bakasyon? Parang lagi mo siya nakikita sa FB na pinapost niya na, nandito siya sa lugar na to, ganun. Considering na yung posisyon niya dun sa company na yun, hindi naman sobrang taas, pero significant. Diba, the higher the position, the higher the pay, the higher the stress would be. I mean, that's common knowledge for those who work. And then, sabi lang niya sa akin, kailangan mo lang, tama yung nalagay dito sa script, kailangan mo lang matutunan ano yung mga kaya mong gawin at kailangan mong intindihin kung kailan mo yan dapat gawin.
Yeah, parang an important thing that my mom, who's a creative director, na tagal ng creative direct sa industry, sinabi niya sa akin very recently na you need to learn how to say no, but also let your yes be yes. Pero part of that, important talaga yung setting boundaries kasi in terms of parang for example, creative work, ang madalas na gawin ng mga Gen Z ngayon is that I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but for me, alam mo yung in the past, it was so easy to be like, for example, pwede ka ba gumawa ng ganito sa gantong date? Sabihin ko, oo, sige G. Tapos mamaya sabihin ko, teka lang. parang hindi ko kaya. Tapos meron pang isa.
Napasubo ka sa inuuhan. Yeah. Ayun yung minsan mahirap eh. Kaya sa totoo lang, minsan wala nang work-life balance. Kasi nga, parang feeling mo, kailangan mong kumayod ng kumayod. Which is, I mean, totoo rin naman, kailangan mo rin naman gawin yun. I mean, may mga tao na kailangan nilang gawin yun para sa family nila, ganun. Pero, kahit iisipin mo yung, kahit yung, the person who is super hardworking, he also needs a break.
Yeah.
Diba? He also needs a balance. Kasi ang ending yan, yung either yung katawan mo, yun na ang hihiling sa'yo na please, tama na. Magsha-shutdown ka na, parang Windows. So, mahirap naman rin yun. So, sige, let's move forward. Sabi natin dito, meron tayong, for you, girls who are still students, meron tayong mga mindsets sa classroom. Meron ba kayong ganun? Para lang masabi natin na, okay, hindi ko tayo overthink para hindi ako magkaroon ng imbalance sa work and life ko. Kasi pag in-overthink ko to, posible gawin ko siya ng gawin, tapos wala na akong pahinga. Pero kayo, ano ba yung mga mindset nyo sa classroom or sa school in general?
Same with what you said actually.
Yeah.
Na-overthink ko nga na pala. Kaya, kunyari, yung subject ko is biochemistry. And, ang problem ko is always like, kailangan ko mag-focus sa biochem kasi it's closest to my major and stuff like that. Na neglect ko yung ibang subjects ko. Na, even though it's a general education subject, it's still important to pass those subjects. Kasi syempre, ulit na naman. So, ayun. So, parang, I have to really put a mindset na I can work on this now, and then yung next day ko, I can work on the other subjects. Parang ganun. That's the mindset I try to apply to myself. Pero syempre, ang nangyayari is I keep overthinking. Pero yun, that I suggest to myself, I'm talking to myself na, just focus on this now, then tomorrow we can focus on something else. Yun lang.
True.
Speaking of overthinking, I think kasi when it comes to being in college, especially if you're part of the Big Four, which is the case for the people here on set, it's so easy to get lost in the competition kasi.
Yeah.
And it's so easy na, syempre, in college, you don't know, you're with people, but you don't necessarily know them. It's so easy to think na, everyone's better than me.
Tama.
And I'm the only one suffering here. That's the one thing that I felt in the classroom. Especially, for me as a communication student, one subject that I had was bio. So, she was biochemistry, bio. So, syempre, just to share my story, to be very transparent, we have advisory marks. So, that's like your grade initially at the middle of the semester. I got a D in bio. And then I was like, it really impacted me a lot. Pero, naakyat ko naman siya to a B, which is a good thing. But I felt during that time na, am I the only one struggling here? Kasi I would see people on their laptops, they have so much notes, and then lahat naka-highlight pa habang nagsispeak pa yung prof namin na sobrang bilis niya mag-talk. So, one mindset that I kept in mind is that if I'm struggling, someone is also. And not everyone is as put together as they seem to be. Kasi there's an imbalance when we think that either we're on the top or on the bottom. Like, kailangan na sa gitna.
Yeah.
So, that's one of the mindsets that I had in the classroom. Yeah.
Yeah. So, speaking of yung mga nakikita mo mga notes.
Notes, yan.
Sige. Is there a better way to write down my notes to retain learning? Okay, work-life balance pa rin po ta. Pero para sa mga nasa stress, sa pagre-review at parang hindi na natutulog, nawala na yung balance niyo po. Pero sige, how can I retain my learnings? Ako kasi, ginagawa ko, syempre, notes, usual naman yun sa college. Pero, kapag nagre-review ka na, isusulat mo ulit yung binabasa.
Yeah, that works.
Same.
So, diba? Go.
Ano kasi, parang, depende kasi siya. Kasi there are different learners, diba? There are people who are more kinesthetic, visual, audio. Of course, we won't discuss those kasi ang dami. Pero, personally, what I think is that when it comes to taking notes in the classroom, they are important kasi of course, you can't just go into class and then let everything slide. Tapos, the next time, parang hindi mo na alam kung ano gagawin mo. Pero, I think it depends on you as a person. Like, how do you learn best? Like, for Stephen nga, for him, he takes notes, but then, when it comes to studying for the exams, he writes them again. Same case for Sophie and for me also. One thing that also helped me a lot passing in class is not just writing them down, but really, for me, visual learner ako, so hina-highlight ko, nilalagyan ko ng mga sticky notes din. Tapos, I also speak my notes out.
Yeah.
So,
Same.
part siya ng, a practical tip that I have is that you can have your notes, rewrite them as if you're in the classroom again. And then, once you have your notes down and you get what you're writing, talk as if you're the teacher.
Yeah.
That works a lot kasi nare-retain mo siya eh. And
Kaya
you
ako
get
karang
to...
stick. This. Talk like the teacher.
Hindi, totoo din. Kasi pag tinuturo, parang, kanyari, when I tell my friend, hindi pa ganito yun. Hindi pa parang, this is the cell and everything like that. Parang, mas nagigets mo siya.
Flashbacks.
Ayun, so parang ito yung organelle, ito yung macromolecules.
Oh my gosh.
What is the powerhouse of the cell?
Mitochondria.
What is the water?
Tama na. Ayun, so, yeah, just to add lang din na, for me naman, same with you guys na it's rewriting the notes, and then, I like to apply the things that I learned. So, when I apply it, I remember it more. Mas
Yeah.
So, mas na, parang kunyari sa lab, it's easier to remember what the terms are when you're like doing experiments and everything. So sa math, like it's easy to remember when you're doing it. Okay, gets ko na ito yung subtract.
I don't like math. I don't
Same
get
here.
it.
I don't either, pero masaya siya pag nagets na.
Pero pag bilangan ng pera, yung 1, 2, ay, tako. Adali lang yun.
Ayun, so for me naman, it's teaching a friend. Like, you're telling a friend na this is how it works. It helps me remember, and then yun, rewriting notes. And lastly is to apply it. Like, whether it's like bio or math. Yung sa math, very helpful yung apply.
Yeah. Sige. So, thank you, Sophie. As we wrap up, umaga kami as we wrap up, sige. Yung work-life balance, siguro 2 questions. Sabi ko nga sa inyo sa simula, you need to convince me. Okay, medyo convinced na ako about work-life balance. Na there is such a thing. Pero, does work-life balance help us gain success in our lives? Or, yung work-life balance, necessary rin dun yung may factor ng failure.
Good question.
Contestant number 1.
Wait, paulit. Ano yung question?
Cannot repeat. Be alert. The joke. Hindi.
Wala kang balance.
Oh no, flashback
kasi-
sa mga terror pro. Joke lang.
Hindi kasi usually, di ba sabi, pag may work-life balance ka, magiging successful ka. Kasi prioritize yung buhay mo, may boundaries, hindi ka overwork, hindi ka masyadong tumichika, ganun. Kasi you're focused on what you need to do. So, success. Parang it always has been written in success. But, yung success na yun, for you to achieve it with work-life balance involved, meron din bang instance or factor ng failure na kailangan nandun? Para truly masabi mo na, balance yung buhay ko. Kaya success ito.
Yeah, I think so. Kasi it's trial and error.
Yeah.
As I said in the beginning, it's not like you can have one balance for the rest of your life. It's like, I think, I'm not a driver, but what I know about the manual, kasi you have the clutch, then you have the 2 other pedals.
Yung timpla.
You have to
Always.
find that mix.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you should do this, but find your mix. And even if you hit other
Akala ko
things,
maghanap sila ng clutch. Basta ganun. Paano ba to?
ano siya? Hindi.
Magtitimpla ba ako ng kape?
Tang o juice.
Kailangan ba ng MSG? Ganun.
Ay.
Hindi, pero seryoso. Ano siya finding the right mix requires failure. Parang ano rin, like in creatives, di ba? For example, if we paint and we don't know the primary colors or anything, parang may times na pag ay, ba't black? Ba't ganito yung kulay? Minamatch ko dito.
At maputla.
Bakit ganun? Pero eventually, mahahanap mo eh. So for me, I think that failure is necessary. And it's really a part of work-life balance kasi without parang the good cannot exist without the bad.
Yeah.
Ganun.
Right. Tama.
Ikaw naman. Okay.
Wait lang, bago siya. Naalala ko yung sinabi mo sa tamang timpla ng color. Hindi, naalala ko lang. Share lang to. Ewan ko kung relate ko dito. Pero tingnan natin. Yung office mate ko noon, office mate ko noon, sabi niya sa akin, okay, may poster tayo, gawa kang poster. May event, kailangan gumawa ng poster. Anong color, main color? Orange, ganyan. Sige. So, gawa ko, orange, ganyan. Yung pagka-present ko, lahat sila nakasimangot kasi, bakit ganyan yung kulay? Sabi nila. Sabi, orange naman yan Sabi, hindi, yung ganitong orange, ganyan. Parang, there are a million shades of orange.
Yeah.
What was wrong was, kumbaga in our communication, what was the wrong balance was, they did not give the hex code.
Yeah.
Parang they just said na, yung orange na katulad nung sa, yung sa package ng ganito, ng juice. Tapos paglabas, syempre, iba yung sa print, iba yung digital. So, ba't maitim? So, hindi, parehong orange. So, parang, I mean, siguro relating that to our topic ko. Ayan nirelate ko. Relating that to our topic, yun yung balance, in communication, meron din dapat balance na, siguro may times na dapat vague ka.
Yeah.
May times rin na dapat super linaw mo. Para yung, kung ano yung pinaplano nyo, ano yung gusto nyo gawin, set on point siya. Hindi yung parang lagi na lang na, sige, chika tayo ng chika, communicate tayo ng communicate. Tapos, hindi mo na alam kung ano yung point ng gusto mong tahakin. Parang lost ka na. Kasi nga, ang dami mo ng factor na ganito, ang dami mo ng input na ganyan. So, yeah.
Okay,
Teka.
convinced na siya.
Narelate ko yun. May isa na lang akong kailangan i-relate sa topic. Pero i-joke lang yun. may bet kami.
Anong bet?
may pustahan kami. Kung mapapasok ko yung joke na yun. So, tignan natin sa susunod na episode.
Wow, may pa-suspense tayo. Wow.
Tune in.
Tune in kung magbabayad ng 10,000 ang
Wow.
production team
Wow.
sa akin. So, as you wrap up, Sophie, anong about work-life balance as a student?
Just make sure na you have the right amount or the right mix, sabi nga ni Kat. Just have the right mix. You can find that through trial and error or yung pag na exploring. Kasi, syempre, hindi mo naman mahanap yung balance mo unless you try, diba? Like, hindi mo naman masasabi na, I don't like that, so, yun. So, parang, just keep an open mind and make sure na you know that is the right mix for you. Parang ganun. Sobrang vague, pero may gets yun naman. Yun lang.
Okay. So, I think we're good. Ha?
Meron pang
Meron pa. Meron pang oras? Sasagot talaga natin.
Siguro as a practical tip, kasi in college, it's so easy to be like, okay, I have so much time, I have 4 years, I have a lot of opportunities, what do I pick? Kasi looking through our script then, there's stuff here about joining orgs, being student athletes, and then, having that work-life balance, it's so easy to get overwhelmed to the point na wala kang gagawin, which is also an imbalance. So, one tip that I have, I guess, is to find, in our past episode, or kanina, find your niche. And part of that is really going out of your comfort zone to explore things that you either like or don't like. For example, I joined a specific org last year, and then I found out na, it's not for me. So now I'm heading this org naman, which I think will work out kasi this and that. So, yun, finding the right mix requires really taking that leap of faith. And if it doesn't work for you, that's fine. Yeah.
Tama, leap of faith minsan para ma-achieve mo yung success. So, thank you for sharing na akala ko kasi noon, ang success, kailangan balance yung buhay mo. Kagaya ng intro natin kanina na, itong mga video na to na Get Ready With Me, they're super aesthetic. It, like, there's nothing wrong in their lives. And kaya sila gano'n is balance yung life nila. But what we don't know really is there are things that in life, either failure, sadness, or mga pagkakamali na yung mga hindi mo na mabalikan na kailangan daanan mo para ikaw ay mag-succeed.
Yeah.
Diba? Sa buhay.
As they say, there is no road that is perfectly smooth. There are always going to be
Lalo na pag
bumps.
umuulan.
Tama.
Nabubutas mo ka
Or nakatira ka sa Pilipinas.
For real.
Lubak-lubak
Di ba ka naman? Ay, okay. And that's it, fellows. Thanks for tuning in again into the Moonshot Podcast.
And don't forget to follow us wherever you're listening to this podcast on, and connect with us on our social media pages at spacefellow.ph.
Okay, and until then, continue breaking the norm and peace out!
Peace out!
The Moonshot Podcast is a Spacefellow Media original. You can check out the video from this podcast on our YouTube channel. Just go to youtube.com/@SpaceFellowMedia. See you there!